Here's some tips on how to wear press-on nails and still go swimming without them popping off after a few days. First tip I have is to make sure that if you have oily nails that you're dehydrating. And even if you don't have oily nails, but you're a swimmer and you're constantly having pop-offs, this could be super beneficial for you. It's a nail dehydrator. It's the very last step in your prep routine before you apply the glue. And this will just literally remove all of the oils from your nails. That way the glue sticks better. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you're using the correct sizes for each of your fingers. So if your press-ons are even slightly too big and you can feel it either pushing into the corners or the side walls, it's gonna pop off really easily no matter how good your prep is or how much glue you're using. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you're using a brand of nails that can actually hold up for longer than a few days. So you want to avoid nails that are super flimsy and can bend easily, and you want to opt for ones that are thicker and more durable, and preferably ones that have a tapered cuticle so that it will seal up the gaps really nicely and not allow water to get up under there. Which brings me to tip number 4, and that is getting a good waterproof seal when you're physically applying the nails. You want to use a nice even layer of glue. You can apply it to the press-on and your nail plate if you want, and then you line it up against your cuticle and slowly push your pressure down at a 45-degree angle, kind of as if you are pushing a bubble from the cuticle to the tip and out of the nail. Once you've pushed your pressure all the way down, you want to hold it for at least 10 seconds and don't release your pressure. That way it can kind of bond and grip to your nail. And then I like to switch my positioning and hold at the edges and kind of push just inward towards my cuticle to get a waterproof seal. The seal is around the edges of the nail, not the middle. So you want to make sure that it's sealing up really nicely. That way it keeps water out. And you always want to make sure that your nails fully dry and set up before you get them wet at all. So if you have trouble doing that, just put them on right before bed and then go to sleep. And then that way you're not getting them wet or bumping them and they can fully dry. If you're not able to do them right before bed, I recommend 1 hour minimum of 0 water touching your nails, and then hopefully you'll be good.